Hello everybody, welcome to week 1, the Race22.com Street Stock Series and Sidewinder Racing Leagues. I'm Lucas Hoytsma here, joined by Michael Christopher. Say what's up, Mike.
How you doing, everybody? Hello.
I got Mike here as a commentary. He's going to be my color commentator for the night. Mike volunteered to do this, so everybody go easy on him because he sucks. I mean, I'm just kidding.
Well, I'll tell you what, I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some short track racing.
Oh, yeah.
In beautiful Connecticut. Well, virtual Connecticut.
Virtual shit. There you go. So we're getting ready for, is this heat 1 or?
Oh, no, yeah, heat 1 of 1.
Heat 1 of 1, got it. All right.
Please, right up.
Blake and Quentin looks like they got a pass
into
the feature, being the first 2 cars.
So yeah, you're gonna have the 15 of Thomas Lloyd starting there on the pole, Quinn Newton in second. Like you said, they're gonna be locked into the feature, even though everybody's locked in.
Like hearing it.
Got Colton Zimmer there starting third. Cliff Mullins gonna be in fourth. Banana. I think we got some nicknames in here. So we got Banana starting fifth. Jeremy Clapper in sixth. Who?
I believe that's Lauren. Banana is Lauren.
Okay, all right.
Her first name is.
Seventh, you got, I know that one. That's Scott Elston, Razor in 7th. Cody Brown in 8th. Skittles in 9th. You know who that is.
The 35, that would be Matt Benke.
Alright, there you go.
Did I get that right?
You got Adam Crozier in 10th, and rounding out the 11 car heat, Jonathan Ledger.
Now, ran some practice laps here, and I'll say it's pretty tight.
Classic street stock.
Yeah, Thompson is known for the weird line that it has, so I don't know how passes are going to get made here. It's going to be kind of interesting. I feel like we might see some slide jobs. It's weird to say with the street stock, but
slide job and a short track.
yeah, I don't know.
If
any track is it, if you can do it any track, you can do it this one.
We're getting ready to go green here. Thomas Lloyd taking us to the green. Barney with the green flag in hand, and they're side by side down the front stretch. A little contact in the rear end already. But Quinn Newton battling hard on that outside out of turn 2.
He's going to be put in the wall a little bit.
Still side by side going into turn 3. Oh, there's the slide job you're talking about. 15 down to the bottom.
Yeah, it's pretty good racing here. I like that the top groove is viable.
Yeah, Thompson, one of those weird short tracks. It's got a lot of banking, but the turns are very bumpy. The bottom's not really very good. It's got a lot less banking than the top, so it's kind of like Bristol, but if they didn't pave it very well.
Yeah, Quinn was hanging on the high side, but he just kind of fell back a little bit.
Colton Zimmer taking back that second spot. Thomas Lloyd still up to a pretty good lead, about a half a second, 8 laps to go in this heat. Kind of battle for 5th and 6th side by side. Cody Brown at the bottom of Jeremy Clapper Newell.
Oh, a little door banging there.
Yeah, a little short track action. Still side by side in turn 3.
17 gets sent in there deep. Oh, he gets into his door. Oh,
lucky to not
only went into the wall a little bit.
Cody Brown able to take back 5th. He's up 3 spots from where he started in this heat, so he's moving.
Oh,
he gets turned by the 21! That's going to be the caution.
Oh, man!
He actually turns him back straight again. They're
door banging down the back.
We got some anger brewing here.
Oh, man. You got to love short track racing.
You got to love it. Wow, let's take a look back at that replay. Watch the 17 and the 21 here. 21 just kind of glides off the bottom. Obviously, those two making contact the corner before. Know what started that. Oh, there they are heading into turn 3. 17 slides up just a little bit. And those two make it out clean for the moment. I think the 21 a little upset with the quarter
I think
panel
the
contact.
21, he might have tried to get in there a little deeper and get his door. Might have saved him, but caught the quarter panel there and just...
Street stop's pretty tough.
Yeah, the 17, he was around, but, you know, those cars, it'll probably be fine. But bigger question will be, is this the end of it between these two?
Hopefully they're having some issues here.
Well, what do we say we pull somebody in here?
That sounds good to me.
All right, who we got here? Who do we got? Let's pull in Cliff.
All right, Cliff Mullins.
Hey, Cliff Mullins. It's
Oh,
Mike,
God.
Chris, and Lucas in the booth. You got a coffee?
What do you want?
Hey, brother, you're sitting here in fourth.
On the top.
What do you think? You think you can get there?
It's probably going to be a single file.
Probably
though,
not
but
in this,
I don't know,
but
looks like
yeah, I
a
mean, I'm
double
already
file.
racing pissed off, so I'll be alright.
Well, we've already seen some door banging and stuff going on behind you. I know you're not scared to get physical. I mean, can we see some of that up front?
I mean, well, see, teams shut the fuck up. They won't do that, so they've already got me mad. So if I get a chance, I might, you know, get up here and do a little something like that right there if I need to.
Watch out, his flip.
Alright, well, we're getting ready to go green here.
We'll let you go back.
His green flag is back out. Oh,
Uh-oh.
we're having trouble here. Alright.
Oh! Somebody's in the wall in the back. Oh, the 21 are almost around again! Oh, he's gonna get
there it
turned!
is.
Oh!
21 sideways, no caution yet. 2 laps to go. He's sitting on the track.
Will Green, he'll get it rolling again.
Still a green racetrack. He's going to fall to dead last, though. Taking the white flag, Thomas Lloyd.
37.
Colton Zimmer on his rear bumper.
Cliff into third here.
A little bump to the 15.
I think they're teammates. I don't know that they're gonna get too physical with each other.
Down into turn 3, a bump to the 15 again. The 37
Quinn!
gets
Oh,
sideways
Quinn!
off the nose of the 88.
88 hard into the wall there.
And that's going to Thomas Lloyd taking the heat win. Colton Zimmer, Cody Brown able to take third into the 37. Got some contact from the 88. We'll have to take a look back at that.
Yeah, it looked like the 88 kind of just... It was kind of similar to what we saw earlier. I don't know if there's any intent there, I'm sure, but... The 88 just tried to get low. I don't think it's stuck.
May have lost the replay to that. I'm just going to do a little rewind here. All right. All right, so looking at the 37 there. Going down the backstretch. And the 88 just trying to get third away from him. Dives it down on the bottom. Slides up into the quarter panel and hard contact on the wall. 37 trying to gather it back up. Crosses the line.
Man.
7th? 5th? Something like that.
Well, nice entertained finish there.
Oh, jeez. I apologize. I'm having some issues with the SDK overlay right now.
Well, Blake and Quentin got a pass out of that heat. They will start on the front row here.
Well, gritting shenanigans there. The 84 and the 15 playing footsies.
I'm not sure what that was.
But our grid, obviously same as before. Not going to call it out again. There it is on screen. Guys going to do 2 pace laps, and then we'll go green for this 100 lap event here at Thompson Speedway.
Yeah, 100 laps here. There is 3 sets of tires. It takes a long time to change tires here, but if you do need them, they're in the pits for these drivers.
Yeah, got to think back to my days of racing these. I did race in this series at one point. Those tires are going to take, if they get some long green flag runs, those tires are definitely going to take into some sort of effect. And with a big track like Thompson, I think they're going to have plenty of time to get all 4 done. Definitely going to see some tire strategy play into tonight.
Yeah, as much as this track abuses the right front, we're going to see who takes care of their tires here if we have a long run, too.
2 identical cars starting on the front row here, getting ready to go green.
Not teammates, interesting.
Not teammates, for the record. There it is, green flag. Lightning McQueen. 3 wide into turn 1. So
make it
close.
work. Oh, yellow's out.
Oh, we have a caution.
Oh, so the car's wrecking hard. Oh, Cody Brown on the inside wall.
Like his car's pretty clean, maybe just a spin and kept it straight, but that's going to be the first caution of the night on lap 1.
I don't know why we're stopping in the corner.
Here,
yeah, he just chased it off the corner there.
the replay. Back to the 21. Oh, made contact with the 28.
Oh, 2 separate incidents, okay.
28 off the nose of the 21, and then we'll have to see what happened with the 17 as well. Oh, so yeah, in front of the other incidents, the 17 goes around in his own accord.
Yeah, 17 I think came out okay. Actually, I think the 28 probably did too.
I think if it weren't for the 28 spinning, 17 got a little lucky with that caution coming out.
Yeah. We have a nice transition into night here.
Yeah, sun is setting here in Thompson.
Here in the forests of Connecticut.
I didn't even know where this track was. I just got brought here in a limo.
Ah. Well, I flew here in helicopters.
Oh, wow.
Oh, well, at least out there in the front we have a blue number and a white car, so helps a little bit.
You can't tell them apart, but from the front it's a little tough.
Bold move there on the start of the race. The 15 going 3 wide. I mean, they held it pretty well there.
Yeah, I bet if we had stayed green there, we might have seen an incident up front. How aggressive they were getting. So heading back double file here, getting ready to go green once again. Lap 5, going to be heading to lap 6, 95 to go in this race.
A long race here. Let's see if these boys will settle down a little bit. Get some green flag runs in. So you raced this in the past. How much tire wear can we expect in these?
No, it's not going to be crazy. I don't really think there's going to be anybody tire saving, but if you stay out on 40, 50 lap old tires, you're going to be able to definitely be able to tell the difference. So, apologize for me stumbling over my words there. I've had a long night. But Quentin Warman taking over the lead here. Like they go filing in behind him along with Thomas Lloyd in the 15.
Much more tame restart there.
I think those guys definitely didn't want another yellow to start the race. The 15 getting a little bit of bumper from the 8 car already again. The 09.
Oh, I thought Colton had that nice runoff there, but it tucked in behind the 15. Yeah, if you can get that good runoff on the bottom there, come down, that's your best bet at making passes, it looks like.
People filing out here, everybody figuring it out. Top 5 kind of pulling away from the rest of the field.
Yeah, it's interesting. We had a caution start, now everybody kind of single file.
When Newton trying to make his way up through the field, he had that incident at the end of the heat, so he's going to be coming from the back. He qualified, I think, 4th, so he definitely's got a lot of speed, and he's going to be trying to get through the field as quick as possible.
And you see him there tucking under the 21. It's so hard. You do that little tuck down move, but it's so hard to keep your momentum up to be able to go into the next corner.
Yeah, they're almost running a cut down like you would on dirt on the exit of these corners, just trying to get any sort of run they can. Gonna go enter the corner below the 21, try to make the move.
When it stays on the bottom. Yeah, he holds it pretty well. But the 21 just gets that run off the top.
Got some shenanigans up here in front. So the 15 dived down to the bottom of the front stretch, so not sure what happened there, but nothing going on up front right now. Still top 5, about the same. Now Thompson, I've never raced these cars here at Thompson, but I have raced the modifieds here, and I can tell you those corners are super bumpy. It's tough to keep the car straight through them, so I think that right there is going to be tough to keep under control, even if the tires don't wear off that bad.
Yeah, very tight too, and a decent amount of banking for a track like this.
Long straightaways, tall banking in the corners. It's definitely a unique track.
It's a short track, but especially in these cars, it seems like it's very momentum based. You really gotta keep that momentum up.
For 3rd place, a slide job
a crossover.
From the 15. Yeah, crossover now for the 8.
I think Colt might be able to get the spot here. Slide it in hard, slides up in front of him. And another crossover.
Every time they enter that corner like that, you can see the tire marks on the track. It's definitely going to wear off that right rear prematurely.
Yeah, I think they might have realized they were losing a little time there and just settled back in.
Yeah, 2 Lightning McQueen cars pulling away from the rest of this pack. A little bump to the 15. Cliff Mullins just kind of watching this battle, hoping they wreck each other.
Yeah, and those front 2 Lightning McQueen cars running like almost identical lap times right now. So it's gonna be interesting to see if Blake can ever get there and get the pass done. You know, who burns their tires out between those 2.
Side by side again for 3rd place. Zimmer able to pull out in front, and now Cliff Mullins down to the bottom.
Front back in.
A huge slide job down to the grass. And it works out for him. He's able to hold on to 4th.
I was there for a second. I thought Cliff would get back to him, but it worked out. Yeah, Quinn still trying to get around that 21. It seems like passing is kind of hard here. You really got to set it up.
Yeah, you know, we just saw the last race about 30 minutes ago, the Homestead race for the Cup Series in CTC, and another tough race to pass in. And that doesn't mean it's going to be a bad race, as we saw earlier. It's just makes it tough for these guys here in the early part. They don't want to be
battle
too aggressive.
for the lead. 16 peaked a little bit there, last lap.
These guys about 2.5 seconds ahead of 3rd place and back.
See if Blake was maybe just trying to set him up here. Maybe he realizes he might be a little faster.
Right on board with the 16. Trying to make the move on the 84.
Yeah, and I'm going to be honest, this type of track, you know, this racing, it's like if you're 2nd place, you know, it's hard to not give somebody the bumper, especially if you're going, you know, in the later laps.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see if we see a lot of that.
These guys
we've already seen a little bit of rubbing.
Up top and bottom and a bunch of lanes, but it's still very tough to pass if the guy in front of you runs the top lane. Like you saw
Yeah,
right there.
Yeah, you just lose so much momentum on that bottom. I mean, what the 16 really needs to do is what he does there, but try to get a run off the top and get to his inside. Maybe slide job him, or really send it in deep in the next corner. But we'll see if this keeps going green. I mean, lap traffic could play a factor into this too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Short tracks, lap traffic, that plays a huge factor in these races. It's not just who can be the fastest, who can navigate through these slightly slower cars better.
Oh, Blake just loses the momentum.
Inside this time, he's going to try to make the move again, but it's going to be tough for him.
And you got to be careful if you're Blake too, because you know, even if he feels like he's the faster car right now, Warman holding him off like this, you know, Blake could easily overheat those tires, and you know, he has to wait another 10 laps to cool him back down to be able to get a pass.
Yeah, and on top of that, with how strung out we're getting, I don't see a caution coming out soon. So if you got to run the rest of this race, you know, 50 so laps on worse tires that you burn off too early, it's going to be a rough one.
And leaders they're on top of each other right now. The 88 did finally get around the 21. That was for 6th. No other real battles. Those two seem to be pulling away from the rest of the field still.
We watched the full lap. You can see the tail end of the field right there with the 28, and then the leaders rounding back out of turn 4. They're getting close to the end of this field. That's where the race is going to get very interesting here for these two.
Yeah, we'll see if maybe Blake can use a pick, or you know how well this 84 can get around this lap traffic. But some of these guys, I mean, you know, they're not going to pull all the way for you. They're going to fight you hard to send that lead lap.
Apologize for any internet issues or lagging. Told Xfinity Internet is having some issues again, so I'll have a recording up later if it gets too bad of this race. Maybe wants to look back in a clear view of it, but right now I think hopefully you can see it all right.
The 8 had a... Oh, the 8 and the 15 had a little run in. They're
15
wow,
got back around the 09. Colton Zimmer.
Yeah, 15 hard into the bumper.
Oh, the 8 talked about the right
Yeah.
rear getting burned off. I think they're seeing the results of that right now.
Yeah.
He's almost drifting it into the corner at this point.
Ooh. Oh.
At this point, I think he might be having some fun with it.
Yeah.
Cody, we can't hear you.
Banana.
Leaders catching the tail end of the field now. 28, 17.
There we go. They're too wide in front of the leaders.
That's going to really complicate this pass. At 84, having to check up just a little bit. I could dive down to the bottom. 17 in the wall. 28.
Oh,
It
man.
takes a last-second lane change. And he almost washes up into the 16, but those two make it by clean.
Blake not able to gain much ground on him through that, but he did. He didn't lose time, though, either.
Caution
And
flag is
caution's
out.
out.
Looks like Colton Zimmer
Oh,
involved.
You're off the second right.
Zimmer in that
09.
8/09 is having a lot
Oh,
of right rear
man.
issues.
Yeah, he got caught up with the 15 pretty bad there. No damage though.
Oh, 15 hard into the rear bumper into turn 1.
Yeah, and that's the danger of being right behind somebody into the corner. I mean, we saw it earlier, he gave him the bumper a little bit. This time they hooked bumpers though. I think they're teammates though, I'm sure they're not too bad. Oh, we got some pit stops here.
I'm pitting.
Blake Giglio, most of the field coming down. Jeremy Clapper and Colton Zimmer stayed out though. So, looks like they're all taking 4 tires. Quinn Newton.
The 88.
Yep.
Would have been a 2-tire stop there.
I like the call. Track position very important.
Well, I wonder if he thought maybe he would go a lap down if he took 4.
Could be, but either way, that's going to put him in front of the 84 and the 16, who were by far favorites to win before that caution came out.
Hey, if you do their strategy, you know, how are you going to beat them, right? Try to mix it up.
Looks like 21 did come down pit road. The only guy that stayed out will be the 80, oh, the 09/8. So that's really confusing me every time I look at it. 17 gonna stay out and get that wave around.
Well, and just for reference here.
Quinn Newton down pit road.
Oh, okay. Maybe take those other tires.
What now?
It just told me I only have 1 tire set remaining, and this is the first time I've pitted.
Well, just for reference here, the 09 was running 22 7s-ish, 22 3s, 4s. That's about a full second off of the hot lap speed. So it's, I don't know if he's going to be able to hold them off very well
I'm
here.
right there with you. I kind of regret it.
It's going to be tough for not only him to stay up front, but it's going to be tough for these guys to get around him because his tires are going to be way off of pace.
Take the outside lane.
And he's going to take the outside here.
Yep, I agree. What are you two doing up?
Being in bang a little bit.
Yeah, well, we all are.
Yeah, Blake's surrounded by a lot of
Good luck
teammates
here,
here,
boys.
so.
Let's have some clean short track racing.
Yeah, we've seen all week here in SRL the 09, the 84, the 15. They've pretty much stuck together in all these races, so I'm sure we'll see them try to work together again.
See if the 09 can get a jump here.
88, what?
He does get a pretty good jump.
I had to get by you.
Oh!
Just a ship.
Side by side for second, 84 giving the door to the 15.
And the 09 loves to see this, but
84,
oh!
a lot of dooring going on. The 16 can't do anything about it.
Yeah, he's gonna. 21's gonna peek the inside of the 16 now.
Oh,
and the 84 is gonna get around turn.
15 also around the 88. Pretty much collect the rest of the field's gonna pile into this.
I don't know what I was doing right there.
Surprised how well they made it through there. That was.
Yeah, that could have been way worse than it was.
I think I drove it in a bit too deep.
Well, it's the second car the 15 got into there. I don't know what happened. Drove it in a little too hard, I think. Yeah, we're out here. These guys getting physical here. You got a lot of this race left. Not even halfway.
Hey, but can y'all tell the 21 to calm down on the starts? I mean, he was just running.
Replay of that incident. Looking at the 84 going into turn 1. 15 is going to get into him from behind.
Oh, yeah.
They both tried to lock it up, but it's already on its way.
What happened at Daytona?
Looks like everybody actually able to get slowed down. That was about the only contact that happened.
watch what?
The replay function just not wanting to work tonight.
Cody, you're having issues, dude.
Well, let's
I'm
what
perfectly
do you say we
fine.
pull the 16 in here real quick?
Now you came in clear.
Hey Blake, it's Mike, Chris, and Lucas in the booth. You got us?
How's it going?
Well, your first car and fresh tires. You made it through that pretty well. I mean, how you feeling? You think you can get Colton here?
Well, now that them two are gone, I think we have a good shot at being clean, so
Are you bored?
we'll be able to get by. I think Colton here is 46 lap old
this
tires,
tired
so
again, tired
if
of
we don't
listening
get
to
by
this.
Colton, we kind of suck. So we'll see what happens, and hopefully we'll be out front.
All right, man. Well, we'll be watching. See if it gets even more physical than it's already been.
Oh, I'm sure.
All right.
All right, Lightning, we'll see you.
Ciao.
Well, let's see. How bad did the 84 and the 15, 6, and 7? So they did. There's a few spots there.
Cliff Mullins and Quinn Newton, those guys able to make it through on Jeremy Clapper Newell. They all move up a few spots, so they're going to be sitting pretty good. Quinn Newton went down to take that other side tires, so worked out pretty good for him to go to the back.
We'll see if the 84 how he does in traffic here. I mean, he's been pretty much up front the whole race. So
Yeah, you got that 09 up there, 09 8s on older tires, which the caution it helped him out, kept him up front, but go green again, it's going to be tough for him to keep it.
and these two Lightning McQueen cars, you know, have been the fastest cars all day. But I'm not sure that the 84. If the 16 can clear Colton here quick, I don't know that the 84 can run him down.
I think track position definitely going to play a factor.
Oh.
We've had some pretty fast cars stuck in the back all night. So depends on where you start on these restarts.
Yeah, and getting through the wrecks well. You and I take the outside again. Good jump again.
One and two clean. 37 in the outside wall.
Oh.
Side by side with the 16. 16 dives into the bottom. Go clear for second. Bit of a slide job. Oh, the 21 off the nose. Hard contact. That's going to be the fourth caution of the night. I think the 21 may have a concussion.
That was brutal. That was a lot more than short track beating and banging there. Huh?
Yeah.
Oh, we got the 17 and the 15 are door banging under yellow.
Yeah, 17 heavy damage on that right side.
Man, tempers flaring in Connecticut tonight.
We're gonna take a look back at all of that. First, the 21 and the 37. The end of turn 3, the 21 on the bottom of the 37. He gets turned by the 84 and right up into the 37.
Yeah, and then behind that, I don't know, the 17, the 15, something was going on with them.
Looks like the 17. Yeah, it's giving the 15 a door down the backstretch, so.
We'll send them through the grass there, cool his tires down.
See what happened with those two.
I don't know if...
You can see going into the corner, the 17 gives the bumper to the 15.
Didn't look too bad, I mean...
Something must have happened before that we didn't see.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, that was definitely a bump and run, but it was pretty clean, as bump and runs go.
Everybody's staying out again. Cliff Mullins going down for damage repair. He took his quick repair. At race 22 machine.
I hope they have safer barriers here at Thompson. I don't think they do, though.
I don't think they do. Bit of an underfunded track.
Well, look at all these fans here tonight.
They're standing up. They're on their feet. Just past halfway in this race.
If I were them, I'd back a little bit away from that fence, though.
Yeah, the way these drivers are getting, man, I wouldn't want to be anywhere near the fence. I thought we would have somebody going over there on that wreck.
Well, as the old saying goes, cautions breed cautions. We had a long green flag run.
That's held true these last 10 laps.
Barely over halfway, though.
47 to go. These guys double file again. If we can keep it green this time. Is Zimmer steps on it, green flag.
We'll clear Blake. And another good start. Oh, we got. Oh! 17 to 15 again, door banging. Oh, big wreck.
85 down to the bottom. No caution yet.
Oh, I don't think anybody got any bad damage there.
85 still stopped on the bottom of turn 1. We'll see if he can get it back rolling before the field gets back around. No caution, so we'll go back up to the front.
Yeah. Oh, saw some bean and bang, and I think it just checked the whole field up. And
yeah, you have to wonder if the 17 and 15 had something to do with it.
yeah. That's.
Now very close for the lead. 16 trying to make his way around the 09, and the 84 able to get back up to third.
Yeah. All those cautions allowed the 84 to get right back up.
Oh, the 16 gets into the back of the 8. He did lift for him. That's
the 84 might have been 84 using Colton there as a pick. I think the 09.
Attempted slide job from the 84 does not work out for him. And 88 now joining the party, Quinn Newton.
Well, I gotta tell you, Colton is doing much better than I thought on these older tires.
Yeah, I thought he'd fall back super quick. Oh, the 16 off the nose of the 84!
Oh, the 16! Oh, it collects Quinn.
All three of those cars down to the bottom. Looks like the 84 gets the worst of it.
I still don't know if anybody hit anything. Man. Tell ya.
84 with heavy right front damage.
Oh. Oh yeah. Wonder if that could knock his steering out a little bit. I don't know. That could be fast repair territory.
Exiting the corner, looks like
either
the 84 drifted up and the 16 was pinching low, but they came together.
Oh. And 84 good job getting off the wall. I mean, we've been seeing it all night. What is that, the third or fourth one where somebody just get a little tap in the quarter panel?
Just short track racing.
Yeah, it's that inside line. People just try so hard to carry that momentum, and it's so difficult on the exit of the corner. But I tell you, one guy loves seeing all this. That 09 car.
Yeah, he's been able to hold this lead while all these shenanigans go on behind him.
Yeah, Blake, iRacing let him keep his position, him and the 88. So they're very fortunate through all that.
Keep in mind, Colton Zimmer has not pit yet this race, and the two cars behind him, the 16 and the 88, took 4 tires about 20 laps ago. Not many green flag laps on those. So.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know how, I think Colton eventually will get past, but if somebody tries this later in the race, this is he's shown right now that this is a viable option.
Yeah, I think Thompson, probably about a year ago in the ARCA series here in Sidewinder, Blake Giglio was able to take it all, I think, 110 laps without pitting because of just how many cautions there were. Didn't have to pit, didn't have to take tires or fuel. He just stayed out the whole race in track position, helped him win the race, and I think Colton Zimmer is trying that strategy out.
Yeah, we had that long green flag run, but there's a good chance we don't see a green flag run the rest of the race at this rate.
As the laps wind down, gonna go green with 38 to go. Only 20-second lap times, that's not that much time.
Now we'll see like the 88, first time he's been starting on the second row. We'll see what he has.
Caution.
Especially when the leader like this is on older tires a little bit slower, you know, it opens up those opportunities for you to be able to make good moves on somebody that might, you know, be a little faster than you.
Yeah, the 16 I think was stuck in a really bad spot with that 84. He's just stuck behind the 8s, couldn't go anywhere, but he knew he was faster and he got into his bumper a little bit, just trying to keep the speed in the car.
Yeah, and the 09's, you know, he's been getting these good restarts. He's been doing everything right so far, but we'll see how long he can keep it up.
8 taking the outside, getting ready to go green. Steps on it really early that time.
Yep, clear Blake. Oh, the 15's really slow, and he's gonna. Oh, he's wrecking.
Slides
Keeps
back
it off.
up
Keeps
towards
it out of
traffic.
everybody.
You know, keep it on the bottom. Everybody will get by the 21 and the 28 make contact. That was really close off the corner.
I don't know if the 15 missed a shift there or just didn't carry a lot of speed for some reason. Kind of got ran over there a little bit.
Now the 8 car actually driving away from the 16.
Wow. Oh, the big wreck in the back. 1521 caught up into it.
There's 21. Oh, gets annihilated by the 6 car.
Somebody hauling him.
He got bananaed.
See what you did there? That was tough.
Oh, gonna get a quick replay on this.
Yeah. Looked like the 15 kind of just put in the wall above the 21.
21 off the corner. Maybe didn't know the 15 was
Yeah,
there. Blind spot.
You know, that's sort of
Put in the
3
wall.
wide, but you're very tight off the corner also. Probably not what the 21 could do there.
See what the 6 car saw.
Then I passed
Comes off the corner, he sees him sideways, and right
Oh,
about
yeah.
there, he realized maybe I should slow up, but it was just a little too late.
Give me a second.
The 35 kind of moved right out of the way, and then he's like, "Oh no, there's a car there." Again, though, you know, 09 loves to see this.
Yeah. Winded down, about 30 to go when we go green. That's
Alright.
he's 16 in the 88, running out of time.
Hey, Quinn Newton, it's the Booth boys. You got us?
Booth boys.
All right, so you're starting second row again.
Yep.
I mean, you know, Colton on older tires, but he's doing a pretty good job holding you guys off. I mean, what do you think you can do to get around him?
We need a green flag run here, and all this ridiculous wrecking needs to stop. These you know who are kind of causing a few problems here, a few accidents here and there. But I think if we can get some green flag here, Cliff, me, and Blake here could have a little fun. So.
Now we saw you did you take 2 and then come back and take 2?
No, my tires didn't take the first time, and they were checked.
Okay.
They were checked, but they did not take. So I don't
I thought
know.
you were trying a crazy strategy or something there, but
No, I had like a 2-second pit stop. I'm like, either I got the freaking Ross Chastain pit crew out here, or something was wrong.
well, if you get past Colton here, do you think you got something for Blake? Or?
Blake's fast, but maybe I can, you know, if we can get by him and we can race, you know, just the 3 of us here, it'd kind of be kind of fun.
All right, man. Well, good luck.
All right, appreciate it.
That was Quinn Newton.
See what he's
Some
got.
choice words for the guys around him.
The guys that, well, I think, what did he say? That reckon every lap or something?
Yeah, something like that. Obviously not very happy.
Well, yeah, it just
back here.
it comes all down to the strategy here. Like the 09 loves to see this stuff, but guys like the 88 to 16, they hate to see all these yellows. Colton at the outside again.
There's green flag.
It was a little bit later that time. Stacked them up a little bit.
But Giglio, he's struggling on these restarts. It's tough to maintain the gap and stay close to the 09. He's gonna need a few laps to build up a run again.
Yeah, I think if he had
third place, sorry.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I see.
In a bit of a hornet's
Three
nest.
wide, probably gonna move.
Yeah, if Blake can have 5 or 10 laps, I think he's got a good shot to win this race.
I just need these guys to not wreck for a few laps and give them a shot.
Yeah, and then a guy like the 84 wants it to go green a little bit to pass. He's probably going to need a yellow at some point.
Yeah, you may be able to get past third and fourth, but the leaders are already pulling a huge gap.
Yeah, it goes back to what we were saying earlier about track position. It's really king here.
Almost makes you wonder if Dirty Air doing anything to these guys.
Oh yeah, I wondered it.
Street stock's at a short track, but it is a bit of a high-speed track.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, they're hitting what about 100 into the corners.
Yeah, these street stocks not very aerodynamic. Maybe punching a hole in that air.
Yeah, about 105 going into the corner. That's on Colton with older tires, so.
Blake Giglio is right on the 09's bumper. He makes the move. Oh, into 4. He had to correct it. Those two very lucky to not have anything else happen.
So hard to pass. Makes you wonder that if this comes down to this, the 16 might have to move them. I don't know if that's something he would do or consider, but I think anybody in this spot, it's so difficult to pass here. Field's starting to string out a little bit here.
I couldn't have been able to hold on to third, but the 84 passes the 37, moves up into fourth place. This is about the time where he may be hoping for a caution to come out.
Yeah, he's about, 2.5 seconds back. I mean, if the 09 continues to hold up to 16 and the 84 can get into clean air, I mean, he maybe can run him down, but.
Giglio closes that gap once again to the 09. Right on the bumper of the 09. He's just got to try to make that move again and not get loose like he did the first time.
Yeah, I know there's probably people watching thinking like, well, how does he not get around him with such fresher tires? But it's hard to make a move like this in a track like this.
And with how long these guys were under caution, that allowed the 09's tires to completely cool down.
Oh yeah.
And break even with the newer tires.
Yeah, and the 84 still not able to get around the 88, so.
Blake Giglio drives it on the outside.
Oh, not a bad strategy, but.
Breaks right off the corner.
Yeah. He's got some laps here. He's clearly faster, so he's not going to lose them. But you just try to get, move around, see what you can see what you can get.
Oh, the bumper. These street stocks can really take a beating on that rear bumper.
Yeah, that's even moving somebody out of the way. It's a little big move here. Oh yeah, Blake just cannot keep it on his inside.
Eventually, I think he might get frustrated and just give him the bump and run.
Well, you were under 20 to go here. At this point, it makes you wonder if the 16 just biding his time, maybe.
Yeah, don't want to let those guys behind you catch while you're making moves that really don't go anywhere.
Oh, 84 hard with the 88 right now. He just got into 88th bumper on that last one. He's kind of doing the same thing Blake's doing. I think these guys are learning they got to kind of try to get that run off the corner.
I think we might see a slide job.
Yep.
Doesn't stick it. Lets off, gives the 88 the room again.
Yeah, you have to get such a run on the guy. You have to really set it up if you're going to do that. I think that's what Blake's been trying to do here, but he just can't get the run.
The leader's out 2.5 seconds ahead of the field.
Yeah, it stayed about that gap for a while. I don't know if, you know, Quinn will really run him down. But if they stay fighting, it's possible.
That 09's really cutting the exit lately,
Yeah.
trying to defend the run from the 16.
Right on the bumper, the 16.
Amazing how close Blake is holding it.
He could just get, oh, he gets his outside.
Drove it in hard on the outside and maybe get a run down the backstretch.
Colton uses the cut down move.
There it is, a slider into turn 3, a bit of a door bang. Side by side down the front stretch.
Oh, man. They're still side by side, though. 16 gained a little ground there. Oh!
Gets into his door again, the 8 with a big run down the backstretch. 16, not clear of the 16 yet. Another little door bang, and I think he's going to be able to clear this time. 16 got to file in once again.
It was a good move by the 16 to get to his outside. That might be the move he needs to make, but just, you know, Colton was just barely able to clear.
Back in with 3rd and 4th again.
Yeah, I've been watching these guys for a while. He's 84 has been going really hard at the 88's bumper.
Beyond that, another 2-car tandem almost. Got 5th and 6th. Oh, 37.
Oh,
gives it to the 15.
Yeah, it just these 2-car battles all over the field. 17 there, I think, so 2 laps down, just hanging on.
Back up to the lead still. Bumper and nose.
Yeah. Well, next week they go to Hickory, so I don't think we're gonna see. I think it'll be a little bit easier to pass there.
Yeah, a lot more bump and run. A lot. Almost looks like Aero is playing effect. I had that suspicion the whole race.
It's very weird to say in this. Well, but you know, maybe Blake can use that to his advantage. I don't know if he's picking up on it, but maybe he can take a little bit of air off the 09.
Oh, big bumper to the rear. He can't get it done. He's able to keep it straight every time he gets the bumper thrown.
Very hard to get these. Yeah, we were about to say the same thing. I think very hard to get these cars out of shape.
Yeah, they go so slow. There's not much to get unsettled there. I think the 09 is just trying to block these bumper hits now.
Yeah, square them up as best you can.
Yeah.
But one of these times Blake might send it in there, not quite squaring the bumper.
A lot of guys will call these bumper shots to 16s giving warnings, and eventually you run out of warnings.
Yeah, 5 to go here.
I think he might have ran out. He's getting hit pretty hard now.
We're going to see what the 16 does here. 5 to go. The 84 is able to make a pass around the 88 finally. But he will obviously need a caution at this point. Oh, the 88 and the 84 get really physical back there. The 88 gave him the bumper. Get back by him.
Not quite. Just going to hold that bottom.
Yeah, now they're going to be side by side for Blake.
Back up to the lead.
Oh, man. The 16. Oh, he got him out of shape here. 16 underneath the 09.
I think this is where we see the slider.
He finally gave him a bumper that got him loose.
There it is. He will clear.
And he's got him. Oh, the crossover move. This is good racing up front.
Side by side down the backstretch.
Now the 16 has the preferred line.
Yeah, I'm a lap down.
Oh, and
Didn't
Cole
clear him.
washes up the track.
Just washed up just a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Gave him. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now if I'm the 16 and that happens, I don't. It might be gloves off here.
2 to go. White flag next time they hit the stripe. 16 back to the bumper after getting that door bang from the 09. Huge contact into the corner.
Oh, they gave him bumper damage.
Yeah, that was a hard hit. 16 gonna try.
White flag.
Gives him the
Oh
bumper
man!
again. I don't think we're gonna see Mr. Nice Blake here in the turn 3.
Here we go, 3 and 4, last turn of the race.
Huge contact.
Oh,
The 16
huge
gets him out of
bump!
shape. Side by side down the front stretch. The 09 tries to turn him. They're both sideways. The 16
gonna get
gets
it!
it.
Oh man! What a race to the line!
The patience
80
wore out for both of those two. Wow.
And there was another send for 4th. The 15 came in there hard into 3 and took out the 84. 84 kept it straight, but he got the 15 got the spot.
Higley are gonna burn it down. One of the Lightning McQueen cars does get the W.
Yeah, his first move, really good first move to get to the lead the first time. He gave Colton the bumper very precisely. He didn't even, it just made him wiggle enough. But then obviously the second time for the win, I think, after the 09, I think pushed up into the 16, I think the gloves were probably off at that point.
Yeah, I think Blake was giving him the benefit of the doubt, but yeah, like you said, once he washed up and took back that lead, kind of dirty, Blake saw that like an invitation to destroy that rear bumper. Alright, well, it looks like for interviews tonight, second and third place finishers, I don't see him anywhere in here, so we'll get Blake Iglio in here, see if those guys want to show up, but get Blake in here for the winner's interview. Hey Blake, it's the CTC booth. You got us.
What's going on?
Well, it was a great race between you and Colton Zimmer. You guys were side by side for probably 30-something laps straight, and you finally had to give him the bumper there pretty hard at the end. It looks like it was pretty tough to pass. What was that race like for you?
Yeah, it was fun. Whole race. I mean, I could have used him up earlier. It just, I didn't really want to. I wanted to try to pass McLean for as long as I could, and then he got back to my inside and he kind of moved me out of the way. So I was kind of like, all right, game's on. So I gave him a textbook bumper run, and he tried getting us back down the straightaway, but we put the dirt skills and kept wheeling it and put it back in.
That's kind of what we were saying on the broadcast. We were talking about how the first time you gave him the bumper, it was a really precise move, and it was a really good move to get to his side. And then I kind of figured, once he crossed you over and kind of got you out of shape there, is that the moment where you're just like, okay, gloves are off?
Yeah, I kind of knew. I was giving him room as much as I could, and as soon as he did that, I was like, he's gonna wreck me if I don't get into him. So it was kind of like, I didn't wreck him. We finished 1-2, and I don't really think he can be upset about it.
We've been talking about all night how hard it looked to pass. I mean, is that true in the car? Was it very difficult to get around people?
Yeah, you couldn't pass. As you could see, I had 40 lap fresher tires, and I still had to move them for the win. So definitely was not easy to pass, but I showed that I wasn't here to just get used up.
Classic
Hey, it was
Thompson
good.
Speedway.
Yeah, good hard race in there. Was it hard to kind of get because it looked like every time you hit his bumper, it didn't knock him out of shape a whole lot. Did you have to learn how to get him that right way?
I just wasn't purposely hitting hard enough. I just wanted to let him know I was there, and I mean, he knew I was there. I did what I had to do, and if he's upset, I don't really think you can be.
Yeah, that old tires, he held on to that lead for a few cautions, but you were obviously the faster car with those newer tires, so I enjoyed the race. Congrats to you on that win, and you got any other words or anything like that?
Shout out to Lightning McQueen.
How about Mac getting you to the race?
Yeah, Mac did a great job getting us here. Sally gives my motivation. She's a baddie. So, Shout out to Mater, pit crew, just everyone that got us going out here, and we had to pull a little chick hicks there at the end. So see what happens.
Yeah, maybe you should change paint schemes for next week.
I know a painter that might have to get something done. So.
All right. Well, thanks, Lightning. I mean, Blake. See ya.
Yep. Good job.
All right. Well, that was Blake Delio. We'll bring in Colton Zimmer, second place finisher tonight. Hey, Colton. It's Lucas and Mike in the booth. Got us.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, you had a great race. You led a ton of laps. You tried to stay in front of the 16 there at the end, but he was wearing out your rear bumper for a few laps there. What was that race like for you? And maybe what do you think could you have done different to keep him behind you?
Yeah, I got spun out around lap like 40 or so, and then so my tires were shot, but I just decided to stay out because why not? And we were able to keep the lead there and work it, but just didn't end the way we wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, definitely strategy call of the race, because I mean, if you would have won this race, it would have been because of that call. I mean, did you expect obviously short track racing, the bumpers, coming. Like, did you expect it there? And how do you defend against that?
I mean, yeah, I expected it, and I did all I could, but it's just kind of a shame, I was on tires from the beginning of the race, and he still had to drive through me to get around me, but it's just a shame, but I'll take second.
Yeah, you drove a great race, like Mike said. The strategy call to stay out. It's we definitely seen it before at Thompson and a few of the other series in here, so wasn't strange. And it worked out right until the end. Obviously, like you said, tough to pass. Blake gave you that bumper, and it was a pretty hard hit. We definitely be putting you in the concussion protocol after this race.
Yeah.
All right. Well, congrats on that second place. Got any other shout outs or words?
I'd just like to thank Quentin Wortman, Thomas Lloyd, my teammates. They got caught up in a decent amount of wrecks this race, so they weren't able to be up front, but that's just who I'd like to thank.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, man. Congrats on that second place. See you next week.
Thank you.
That was Colton Zimmer. We'll bring in our third place finisher, Quinn Newton. Hey, Quinn, it's Lucas and Mike in the booth. Got us.
Brothers, what's going on?
What's going on, Quinn? You had a great race tonight. You were up front all night, pretty much, caught in a few wrecks, but you're able to take home third. How was that race for you?
I had 24x there.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah. So, I think my car was lacking a little bit. I kind of wish I would have been able to get some of that fixed. So I think it just wasn't wanting to turn like it was in the beginning, even with fresh tires. So I was kind of hoping that I could just hold my spot there, and I gave it up with a few to go, but gave him a nice little tap and got him loose and was able to get back. I like the fact that the 15 tried to take me out in the last lap, but missed and took out his teammate. That was pretty funny. But yeah, good race for Blake. Textbook, absolutely perfect bump. So, I'm coming from my Hickory win last season or season before,
Yeah,
But,
we heard Blake talk about how hard it is to pass, and for
oh,
a
it
while
was
we were
ridiculous.
yeah we were talking about literally tandem drafting, because everybody was in little battles. Like, you and the 84 was going hard there. I mean, after a while of not being able to pass, I mean, does it just kind of force you into I have to use the bumper now?
Well, yeah, we were talking. I was talking with everybody in the chat there. It's how are we going to get by anybody? It's basically got to kind of hope they make a mistake and then kind of set them up. But obviously, you don't want to wreck anybody. You just want to get them a little loose. And I think that's kind of what we both did. But it's you just got to be able to set them up, give them a little tap going into the corner, and just push them high on the track a little bit. I think that was really the only way you're going to get by anybody tonight. Which, he bumped me a few times coming in and everything, but I think you just got to expect the bump and just hope that you're able to hold it. Really, I mean, had I gotten moved, I wouldn't have been that upset. So it's just that track was just super hard to pass on. So I mean, you just kind of had to pick your spot, and hopefully you didn't wreck the person in front of you, which I didn't. I was able to give him a little tap in the right or left rear and get by him. And Blake, his was picture perfect.
Well, hey, after thinking about it, that time you accidentally didn't take tires, man, you might have been able to just stay out up there with Colton and keep track position.
The fact that I will give him credit. Being able to stay out there on those old tires was impressive. It was that hard to pass that I don't think tires really mattered much at all. So, That was a really impressive run there, being able to hold him off, hold Blake off that long. But it's short track racing, and I thought it was a lot of fun. So.
All right, well, thanks for joining us, Quinn. Congrats on that third place. You had definitely an up and down night, like you said, 24x to get third place is definitely pretty good considering. So,
yeah, thankfully we got one of those open air trailers, so we ain't gonna like shove anything back in. We can just load it up and we're good to go. That car's probably going to junior scrapyard after this race.
All right. Well, you got any other shout outs you want to say?
Yeah, like Blake said, I need a paint. I kind of know a guy, so maybe I can get one from someone. But shout out to him, best painter I know. Leave him, unnamed. But maybe he can hook me up too.
All right. Well, thank you, Robot Quinn. We'll see you next week in the series.
No.
Well, congrats on that third place. We'll see you. All right. Well, that was an entertaining race tonight. Thanks to Mike Chris over here for helping me out, joining me for tonight's race.
This is gonna be a fun season.
Yeah.
I don't know how fun these guys had this race or how many rivalries we made here tonight, but you could already see like kind of the favorites who are going to run all year, hopefully for points, and I think it's going to be an interesting season, good battles.
Yeah, definitely. I think a rivalry already brewing with the 16 and 09, so we'll have to look at that for continuing weeks. But I think that's going to do it for us tonight. Make sure to head to dgsracing.com or click the Discord link in the description of this video. And if you want to join the league, you can race next week as long as you're on iRacing, and get in here and get in the broadcast and have some fun. But if you just want to hang out with everybody in the Discord, go ahead with that too. But that's going to be it for me and Mike. Thanks for joining us tonight. See you next week for the modifieds and street stocks.